is then transformed into food expenditure, and a poverty line is drawn. If you look at the last Kenya National Bureau of Statistics review, our food poverty line, when applied, ranged between 16.5, which was the highest, the lowest incidence of poverty within Nairobi, to about 82.7%, which was the highest in Turkana. That notwithstanding, there are other variances in between there. But, Honorable Speaker, if you look at Section 28, subsection 3, where we are listing those who are vulnerable, orphans, persons with disabilities, persons affected by shocks, etc. One would clearly see that these categories are actually not a measure of poverty or a measure of need. I think we need to relook at this bill and figure out what tool are we going to use to create a clear baseline of who the poor person is. These ones can be categories for either giving priority consideration or for giving fast intervention. But they cannot be the measure of poverty. Just going by what I've said, the baseline poverty line. As a matter of fact, the risk I foresee is, if you look at Section 28, we are saying the objective is to provide social protection to all persons in need. In other words, what will happen, somebody somewhere will go to court and say, I'm not being catered for, and probably will get a court order and halt the entire process. So we really need to be very careful what we put in this bill, so that we identify who the true needy persons are. Secondly, Honorable Speaker, we have not been provided in the memorandum of this bill by the Leader of Majority, what is the projected cost of running such a program? We really need to know as a House. And I'm sure the Parliamentary Budget Office, as well as the Treasury, must have done some math as to what this particular project will cost. As a Parliament, I think we need to see that. Thirdly, Honorable Speaker, there are other forms of social protection. Here we have only listed two: cash transfer and transfers in kind. But there are many other forms of social protection. We have subsidized foodstuffs. If you go to India, the poor people have special shops where they go and get their food. There could be waiver of certain government fees when poor people want services. There is free medical care in some jurisdictions. We are struggling with our shisha here. There's a component of community health workers, which we are...
Honorable
Thank you,
members.
Mr. Yeah.
Honorable members, Honorable Karoli Omondi, you will have an additional 7 minutes when the debate resumes. Honorable members. And then you will be followed by the Honorable Bedzimba, Honorable Obo, and Honorable Chege, in that order, once we resume debate on the same matter. In the meantime, the time being 1:02 p.m., this House stands adjourned until today, Wednesday, the 23rd of April, 2025, at 2:30 p.m.